Hey, if there is one economic data point which a policymaker, economist, and a commoner is tracking today, it is most likely to be crude oil prices. Have you ever wondered why? Let me break this down for you. In most goods and services we use, crude oil plays a very important role. It either goes into manufacturing of those goods or movement of those goods from manufacturer to consumer. When oil prices goes up, the cost of production goes up, and as a consumer you have to pay more for the same. This leads to slowdown in consumption. On the other hand, the rising prices will lead to higher inflation, and higher inflation would lead to rise in the interest rates. Now let's look at from a company's perspective. You have on one hand the slowing sales, on the other hand the cost of capital going up, which essentially means the margins for the companies will come down. From an economy point of view, the slowing consumption would lead to a slower GDP growth. From a stock market point of view, it is a lower return from the capital market. Now let's look at rising oil prices and its impact on two large economies, US and India. We'll first talk about US. US is a net exporter of fuel, yet it is hugely impacted by rising oil prices. Why? It's because the domestic prices of US oil are linked to the global prices. So when oil prices goes up in international market, the consumer in US will also have to pay more. There are interesting statistics I want to share here. The average household saving rate in US is about 5%. On an average, a US household spend around 10% of their income on fuel. So if fuel prices rise by 30%, it knocks off a significant portion of the savings, which is around 5%. So in some cases, the household will have no savings left, and hence rising oil prices is a big concern for average household in US. What about India? Every $10 rise in oil prices on an average will result into 0.5% decrease in our GDP growth. And if oil prices rise $20 and stays elevated at that level, it will lead to about 1% drop in the GDP growth. So rising oil prices will have an impact for everyone, right from a consumer in India to a consumer in US or elsewhere. Therefore, everyone, be it a policymaker or an economist or an individual, is watching the numbers very carefully today. What do you think? Oil prices will stay elevated, or do you think they will drop in coming weeks? Please comment. Thank you for watching.